Why do you keep choosing the wrong people, even when you're aware of your patterns, even when you promise yourself it will be different this time? You tell yourself you've learned. You recognize emotional red flags faster. You spot the instability earlier. You already know how these stories usually end. And yet, something inside you still pulls you toward the same type of connection. This is not a lack of intelligence. This is not weakness. And it is definitely not just bad luck. This is relationship psychology in action. The truth is, you do not choose relationships based on logic. You choose them based on emotional memory. Your nervous system is not designed to seek what is healthy. It is designed to seek what is familiar. And what feels familiar was shaped long before you ever chose your first relationship. If earlier in life love came mixed with anxiety, if affection was inconsistent, if approval had to be earned, if closeness was followed by emotional distance, then your brain learned that love is unpredictable. So now, as an adult, when you meet someone emotionally steady, calm, available, consistent, your nervous system doesn't immediately feel safe. Feels unfamiliar. But when you meet someone confusing, emotionally distant, inconsistent, or hot and cold, your body reacts instantly. Your heart speeds up. Your thoughts become obsessive. Your emotions intensify quickly. And that reaction feels like attraction. But in psychology, that sensation is not romantic chemistry. That sensation is a trauma response. Trauma does not always come from dramatic events. Sometimes it comes from emotional instability repeated over time. What your body learned to survive, it now calls love. So you don't choose the wrong people because you want pain. You choose them because your body thinks pain is normal. From a neuroscience perspective, your brain is constantly trying to predict emotional outcomes. The human mind prefers predictable pain over unpredictable peace, because predictable pain feels controllable. So if your early emotional experiences taught you that love equals tension, emotional distance, silence, criticism, or withdrawal, your nervous system adapted to that environment. It became calibrated to emotional instability. Now here's the part most people never hear. The brain releases dopamine more intensely when rewards are inconsistent. This is the same mechanism behind gambling addiction. So when someone gives you attention one day and disappears the next, when they are warm and affectionate, then sudden and distant, your brain gets trapped in a reward uncertainty loop. That loop creates obsession. It creates emotional fixation. It creates attachment that feels impossible to break. You think you miss the person, but what your body actually misses is the chemical cycle. This is called trauma bonding. A trauma bond does not form because someone is good for you. It forms because your nervous system is being stimulated in a familiar survival pattern. This is why letting go of toxic relationships feels physically painful. You can feel sick, anxious, restless, unable to focus, drawn to check messages that never come. That's not longing. That's withdrawal. And this is also why self-awareness alone doesn't break the cycle. You can understand your emotional patterns perfectly. You can analyze your relationship psychology in detail. You can even predict how the relationship will end. But the decision isn't happening in your thinking brain. It's happening in your nervous system. Your nervous system isn't asking, is this person safe? Are they consistent? Do they respect me? It's asking only one question. Does this feel familiar to me? And until the nervous system learns a new definition of safety, familiar keeps winning. If earlier in life you had to earn love, if you had to work for approval, if you had to shrink yourself to avoid conflict, if you had to be hyper-aware of someone else's moods, then love became associated with emotional effort. So now, when someone shows up with calm, consistency, openness, and emotional reliability, your body doesn't recognize it as love. It recognizes it as unfamiliar territory, and unfamiliar feels unsafe, even when it's healthy. This explains why many people unconsciously sabotage good relationships, not because they enjoy suffering, but because their nervous system hasn't learned how to rest inside stability. Healing is not about forcing yourself to choose better people. It's about teaching your nervous system a new emotional language. You do that by slowing down, by tolerating calm, by staying present when there's no chaos to react to, by feeling the discomfort of emotional safety long enough for your body to realize it isn't a threat. Over time, something very subtle begins to change. You stop craving emotional intensity. You stop chasing unpredictable affection. You stop confusing anxiety with desire. And you begin craving something completely different. You crave stability, clarity, emotional presence, consistency, safety. For the first time, choosing the right people starts to feel natural. Not thrilling in a chaotic way. Not dramatic. Not overwhelming. But steady. And that is when relationships stop feeling like emotional battlegrounds and start feeling like a place you can finally exhale. If this helped you understand why you keep choosing the wrong people, stay here. This channel is for people who want clarity, not cliches. And if this described your relationships, subscribe and let's continue this journey together.